Good morning, my dear kids. I'm your Physics teacher. In today's class, in the chapter Mathematical Tools, we are going to discuss the topic, the quadratic equations. So, what is the significance of it? First of all, so if you recollect the first topic, what we had is the graphs, plotting of graphs. From straight line, we went for the curve. There are some parabolic equations we took it. And in some of the equations, the curve was intersecting the y-axis, the curve was intersecting the x-axis. How do we can exactly, without plotting graph, by looking at the equation, can we say that this particular curve will have intersection on x-axis? These are some primary questions we'll ask ourselves. So such things as can be predicted. So using the method called as a quadratic equation. That's the only sole purpose of this. So let me start the class. Okay, there I'll explain in detail what is the significance of all this one rather than speaking here orally. So let me begin the class here now. Okay, kid, I think you are enjoying my class, the chapter mathematical tool. In that, the topic will be in today's class, the topic discussion will be the quadratic equation. I'm your teacher who is teaching in laptop. Okay, please do listen, understand all things and analyze and acquire the skills, mathematical skills, which are needed for us or the further progress of our physics. Let me proceed here. So I'll begin with the fundamental queries. Like, so if you have a, so there's a particular curve, I'll give it y is equal to 3x square plus 8x plus 4. My primary question, like, will it intersect x-axis? Will it intersect x-axis? So can we predict such things? So will it intersect x-axis or particular thing? Can we do one thing? So what is the best method is like what we had is the tabular column. So what we did is like for x equal to x and y, put x equal 0, y will be 4. Then x equal to 1. So x equal to 1, it will be 3 plus 8, 11, 11, 15. I think the value is keep on increasing. X equal to 2, it will be 4, 12, 12, 16, 32. Then let me try x equal to minus 1. X equal to minus 1, it will be 3, 3. X equal to, x equal to minus 1, it will be 3. 3 minus 8 plus 4. I think it will be plus 1. And there is certain, and x equal to minus 2. So it will be 2, 3, so this is 2 square, 12, 12 minus 16 minus 4, and it will be 0. Again, minus 3, if you take it, again, it will become positive, you can check it. So 3, it will be 9, 27, 27 will be 7. Okay, look at the values here. So somewhere it is intersecting the x-axis. So now to check whether it will, the curve will intersect the x-axis at what points intersect. So this is one graphical method. By tabulating all these things. So what we do is like for various values of x, I'll get the corresponding values of y. Then I'll go for the curve plotting of the graph. In the graph, I'm able to predict here. So as we go for the graph, definitely this should be plotting of graph. Already we have discussed even the plotting of graphs here. So then if I plot the graph, I do end up the equation, the curve will be like this. This is 4. This is one of the point, minus 2. So this is something, it will be there between. There because 32, it will become 0, then it will become positive. No? So there also one more point is there. So look at the intersection. The curve intersects the x-axis at 2 points. So what are the 2 points? The 2 points is this one. I'm more interested in these things. I'm more interested at what point the curve intersects the x-axis. There's one graphical method. There's no doubt. Okay, sir, I'll plot the graph, I'll predict. Is there any other method without plotting graph? Can we predict these 2 points? We are asking ourselves a primary question like this. I think this will be, I have just calculated now using calculator. These are 2 points. Now, without plotting graph, so how you said all these things? So by tabulating this one. For x equal to 0.67, for x equal to 0.67, it will be negative. X equal to minus 0.67, it will be negative. X equal to minus 1, it will be plus 1. X equal to 0.6, it will be negative. Then it will take some lower value. Then x equal to minus 2, it will be. So some 1.5 if you choose, you'll get certain. So this is a little bit difficult, no? Every time plotting graph and working out all this one. Is there any method directly predicting where this curve will intersect the x-axis? That is what we are trying to bring a methodology here. Are you getting no? Okay, there's a one thing. Okay, after this, let me go for one more. So these are the various equations I am writing, and I'm asking myself, will it intersect or not? I have next is y is equal to 2x square minus 3x plus 1. What are the, again, so what we do, put x equals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to get the corresponding values of y. This will be our curve. I'm not sure whether it will intersect or not. So what we are supposed to do, again, you are going to get into the analytical method. Put x equals 0, y will be 1. Put x equal to 1, it will be 0. Put x equal to 2. If you put x equal to 8 minus 6, it will be 3. I think the value will keep on increase now. So if you choose somewhere in between the lower values, some other thing. Let me choose this one. If x equal to 3, 9, 9 to 18, 18 minus 6, 12, 12 plus 1, 13. I think the value is keep on increasing. Let me choose some other lower values. Lower values of what, like some between 0 and 1, we'll see what conditions will get it. 2x square minus 3x, no? Some value is what I have to search. Uh, 0.5, it will be again x equal to 0.5, it will be 0. X equal to 0.6, it will have some non-zero value. So if I plot this curve, so it is surprisingly, you are going to see some sort of like this. Then what are the points at which it will intersect the x-axis? This is 1. This is 1. This is 0. Sorry, this is 1. X equal to 1. This is x equal to 0.5. Again, the value of y will be 0 for corresponding for these corresponding values of x. 0.5, it will be 0. So what about this? I think we have to predict. I'm asking you to choose values 0.1, x equals 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1. Then you are able to trace out all these things. And x equal to -1 also you choose it. You can complete the curve. It is intersecting the x-axis at 2 points. So this is a graphical method. Now I know the curve will intersect the x-axis at 2 points. And what are the 2 points? Now they are on the positive x-axis. Previously, the curve was intersecting the x-axis, negative x-axis, and those the points were on the negative x-axis. I think there's some differences there, no? The way the equation has come here. No, without this analysis, is there any method of just directly predicting that the curve will intersect the x-axis at 2 points, and these are the 2 points? Okay, that's what our question. So what is our question? Is there any method? Is there any method to predict? I'll call this as point 1 and 2. Is there any method to predict points, intersection points? P1 and P2 other than graphical? Nothing wrong, no? Nothing wrong, nothing wrong. We'll ask ourselves this question and we'll see is there anything. There's a thing. Okay, no, I'll bring under. See, we are just asking ourselves. See, nothing. Science begins with the queries. We should be ready for query ourselves. That one. Let me bring another equation. Y square is equal to x square minus 16x plus 64. Okay, again, will it intersect the x-axis? So again, what you're supposed to do? Put x equal to 0. Okay, try to plot that graph. So what is the method? Again, x equals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to choose. So I'm choosing x, y. X equal to 0, it will be 64. X equal to 2, x equal to 4, 6, 8. And if I put x equal to 8, I'm getting 0. For any other value, it is not 0. Eight. Okay, x equal to 6, it will be y will be 4. X equal to 4. I'm using calculator. That's why it's taking time. X equal to 4, it will be 16. X equal to 2, I think we can readily calculate. It will be 16 2 ja 32. 32 will be 32. 64. Okay, 132 will cancel out. 32 plus 4 will be 36. Then what about x equal to 7, the value? I think we should know that also. Okay, 6, I think x equal to 8. Okay, not needed. This is 8. Okay, 10 we'll see. What is the value? Exactly at x equal to 10. Somebody should have helped me. I think it is equal to 4. Okay, we have so this plotting of graph. Now, after having these values, now what I'm doing is like I'll go for again the curve. So what I notice is like the curve, it is having, it is going to intersect the x-axis only at one point. See the strange thing about like a previous problem, and this is where at x equal to 8. It is stretching the x-axis only at one point. Earlier it was stretching at 2 points. Earlier first curve was stretching the x-axis, negative x-axis at 2 points. Second curve was stretching the positive x-axis at 2 points. Now here the curve is stretching the x-axis only at one point, that is x equal to 8. Again, our question. What is our question? Is there any method other than this graphically where we can say that it is going to touch the x-axis only once, like previous problem? It will, by looking at equation, if the curve will touch the intersect or will intersect the x-axis at 2 points. So we are asking ourselves, there are just so many situations we do come across. Now I'll bring another situation so that it will be y is equal to 5x square minus 4x plus 2. Let's see what actually happens for this. Again, put x equals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to search for various values of x here. Let me take the calculator. I think I'm taking up of calculator to get certain values here. 5x square so here the when I plot this curve, you look at the curve, it will be, it's not going to intersect the x-axis. It will have only intersection at y equal to 2, it will be. And we do get like this. This is y equal to 2. And what about this point? It will be 0.4. And this is 1.2. It is not intersecting the, it is not intersecting the x-axis, no? Look at the equation again. So there's no rule that any curve, the parabolic curve, should always intersect the x-axis. We have this particular example. I think definitely a study of this nature of curve is something very, very important. There's a lot of differences. They know all these curves. The 4 curves you have seen, the 4 curves are coming with a different nature here. The first curve was intersecting the, okay, let me just, the first curve here, it is intersecting the x-axis at 2 points on the negative x-axis. Second one, what we have seen, it was, the curve was intersecting the x-axis at 2 points. They are at 0.5 and 1. Now, it is just touching the x-axis at x equal to 8. No, it is not intersecting. Not intersecting. So definitely, I should able to define this particular, the behavior of curve. The behavior of this particular curve. Okay, let's go for one more, the last one. Okay, why we have to study quadratic equation is what I'm trying to explain graphically. Otherwise, I would have written directly quadratic equation. I would have asked you, okay, come on. Why we have to learn is something very important for us. X square plus 4x you see this. If I plot this, so what you have to do, how to plot? I think already we have shown the plotting of graph. That is the only reason the plotting of curves are very, very important. So now at x equal to -2, okay, the curve will take shape like this. Yes. This is y-axis. This is x-axis. Now know exactly what is this location. It will be x equal to -2, the point, and this is 1. And anyway, this will be x equal to 0. This will be y will be 5. Look at again, the curve got shifted towards left. No? It is not intersecting. No. So, sir, how you plotted graph? How I plotted graph? I think you must go back to the basics. Put x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, what is the method? X equal to minus 5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Calculate the corresponding values of y. Then go for smooth curve. Then go for the smooth curve. Get the corresponding point, then join all those points by curve. Then this will be the response. This is the one method. Then after plotting curve, then you are going to say, yes, it is not intersecting x-axis. Okay, then this is a graphical method. If they give equation, will it intersect or not? What you are going to do? You are going to choose the different values of x. Sir, how do you can say that it is -5? I am not sure. It's a big trial and error. You may start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you get it. Again, you have to assume some negative values. Then again, you have to check it. So it's like a trial and error. Sir, how do, why you're choosing? Even myself, if you give this first time, I'll start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get a curve. Then I'll start searching for negative values. Then I may end up certain lowest value for x equal to y value will be minimum for x equal to -2. Again, starts increasing. Like that, the trial and error we have to do. Similarly, the same thing here. Again, what are the values to plot this graph? X and y. So we are going to start like this. X equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then again, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. We have to, there's no other way. Then the curve will come. Then looking at the dots, by joining that, we are able to say it will not intersect. I think this is a really big headache, no? Like how to choose value, and that you see x equals 0.4. Somewhere here only the things will from here start decreasing, becomes minimum, then it starts increasing. So these are the some like a trial and error will be very difficult. What to choose values of x itself is sometimes will a troublesome. We have to do a lot of experiment to overcome this. Similarly here also, you can see here now. Sir, how do I come to know that 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? So I'll choose 0. I'll choose like a 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, nothing wrong is there. Or other students 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. I think it's a very big headache, no? So here, what is the thing is like to plot this curve also, there is some problem is there, like where the curve will intersect x-axis, we are not that sure. But by this graphical method. So therefore, so what is the method? So this graphical method is not advisable to predict the points where the curve will intersect the x-axis. Are you able to understand now? So somewhere I'll conclude here. What is the conclusion? Conclusion, what we can make? Graphical method of determining the points of intersection of curve with x-axis is not advisable. Why? Because assuming the values of x, then again calculating the corresponding value of y, then again we have to plot the curve. So it will be more not advisable, I'm saying, or you can say not advisable or time consuming. Time consuming method. So I want now a very systematic approach. For that purpose, we introduce the idea of the quadratic equation. Fine. Why we have to learn? There's only the reason. There's only reason. So what is the first like quadratic equation? That let me directly start here now. Our topic is like a first to find out the point of intersection. What is our purpose? Point of intersection. So what is the, now we have equation. So what is the equation? Like a quadratic equation is y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. This is not quadratic, it's a just like equation y and x. I'll plot the graph. So what is our primary purpose is like a, to find out the point of intersections. So the curve where it intersects x-axis, then what is the value of y? There's a point of intersection. No? So what is the value of y? The point where curve intersects x-axis, what is the value of y? Will be 0, no? Please do understand. It's very simple. The point, at point P1, you see what is the value of y? Will be 0. What is the value of y here? 0. So shall we write that also? At P1 and P2, the value of y is 0. So what is the primary thing I should do? To predict the point of intersections, so first put y equal to 0. Then we will go for solving this one. So to get the point of intersection, so what we are going to do? To predict the point of intersection of curve with x-axis, or to predict or to tabulate or to calculate any of the technical word, to calculate intersection of curve. So with x-axis, put y equal to 0. So let me write y equal to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, we have a direct formula. X is equal to, what are the possible values of x? X equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. So what is a quotient of x square? What is b? Quotient of x. And what is c? C is a constant. So substitute all a, b, c with sign in this. Then you'll get the value of x. Let's take the equation. So we have started with the first hour. I'll go back rather than fighting here. The same formula, we are going to take help of this one. So I'll return back again with the same. Already we have a lot of graphical information here. Y is equal to, let's find out this equation. So what is the thing? Y is equal to 3x square plus 8x plus 4. So I'll put equal to 0. In place of comparing this with so in place of x, what we can write? In place of a, it is 3. B, it is 8. C, it is 4. Okay, let's write here now. X is equal to minus, what is the formula? Quadratic equation to find out this value of x, b square minus 4ac by 2a. No, we'll continue. X equal to this one. Okay, now let's get the value of x. X is equal to b, in place of b, minus 8 plus or minus b square, 8 square 4 into 3 into 4, all divided by 2 into 3. So the value of x will be minus 8 plus or minus 64, 16, 3 jar 48 by 6. Let me use 64 minus 48. No? 16 will get it. The value of this will be, under root will be plus or minus under root 16 by 6. So further, x is equal to how much will get it? Minus 8 plus or minus 4 by 6. So this will be minus 4 plus or minus 2 by 3. So 2 roots is what I'm having. Minus 4 by 3, 1. 2, 3 just 6. No, it is. No, we have two values. So minus 4 by 3, 1 value. So here it will be like this. Minus 4 plus 2 by 3. So this will become minus 2 by 3 minus 0.67. Another value will be x equal to minus 4 minus 2 by 3 will be minus 6 by 3 minus 2. I think that is what I did. Look at this. Something very strange thing we ended up here, no? Directly what I am able to do. I'll write one more step. I am trying to explain the essence of quadratic equation. Why quadratic equation you have to study. There's a main our question. So this has to be answered. Rest all how to solve how to get this one. So this x equal to 0.67 minus 0.61 and x equal to minus 2, they are called as the roots of quadratic equation. We will give description now. I'll give the description of all the things. So this is called like a, now these are called like a roots. What do you mean by roots? So here I call them as intersection points. Now here I'll call them as roots. So it's having two roots and the two roots are negative. What does it mean? The curve is going to intersect the x-axis at 2 points. And what are the 2 points? 0.6 and 0.2. I'm going to call them as a roots now. Able to get this? So we have to find out this particular root. So what are these roots in quadratic equation will indicate? It will indicate the point of intersection of the curve with the x-axis. That's all, finished. There's a question is what we are, and now you tell me like there are two methods are there. Are you comfortable with this? I just shown like how to find out the point of intersection. I think there's a pure mathematics, no? Just what you have to do. Looking at this, a quadratic equation will be given. Put y equal to 0. Then look at the quotient of x squared, that is 3, that is a. Quotient of x is b and b equal to 8, and the constant is c, that is 4. Substitute in this formula, solve for x, you'll get the two values. So therefore the curve intersects the x-axis at 2 points. Very easy, no? Or else graphical method, x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Look at the corresponding point. Check where y is 0. I'm showing two things parallelly. This is by quadratic method, what we say. This is graphical method. Are you seeing this one? The completely this everything on the left hand side. I'll put a boundary. There is a boundary you're seeing. So here, yeah, this is the graphical method. This is the quadratic equation method, which will be easier. I'll suggest you this one. This is a method which we should prefer. So now slowly shall we call them as the roots, and look at the value of b square minus 4ac. This is called a discriminant. Discriminant it is called as. These are called as roots. So 0.67 and minus 2 are called as the roots, that one, and both the roots are negative. So therefore the curve will intersect the x-axis at these points. So the same graph again we are coming with now with a very powerful information. We are coming with a very powerful information. Okay, let me take the next description. Again we'll ask ourselves the same question for here also. So what are that x1 and x2? What are the 0.6 and 0.2? They are called as the roots. 0. Minus 0.67 and minus 2 are called roots. Agreed? So this is what that equation, when you solve that, here there are two roots are there. Now I think if I write anything, it will be more meaningful for you. There's a one root. So there's a root. So what we should call them as roots of quadratic equation, or in simple, in terms of the practical thing, the points where the curve will intersect x-axis. So what are roots of quadratic equation? Or sir, what do you mean by roots of? Or points. So like a x coordinate of intersection of curve with x-axis, or the points where y is 0. So then this b square minus 4ac square, I'll give some specific name for it. It's called as a discriminant. Because it's having certain very good significance. So therefore we'll give one specific name. B square minus 4ac, we'll call that as a discriminant. Let's go back to our second situation. So again, we have the same thing here. So shall we do one thing here? Again, we'll go for the quadratic method. Is there any method to predict points 1 and 2 other than graphical analysis? Is what we asked question. So what we should say no. Yes, there is a method. What is that? Quadratic equation. So according to quadratic equation, so 2x square. I'll solve it here only. 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. In place of comparing this with quadratic equation, a is 2, b is minus 3, c is 1. So let's find out the root. Minus of minus 3 plus or minus b square minus 3 square, 4ac, 4, 2 into 1 divided by 2 into 2. So this will become 3 plus or minus 9 minus 8 by 4. 3 plus or minus 1 by 4. I think the points are all these are graphical things. No. So what are the roots now? So the roots are 3 plus 1 by 4 is 1. 3 minus 1 by 4. It is how much? 2 by 4. So this will become 0.5. Very much no? No. Or no, sir, I didn't like this. Okay, you go for graphical method. Put x equals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are not sure where exactly the curve will intersect. It's a very difficult thing. So this will be best method, no? Easiest method. So what I should call this one? Roots, or the coordinates of point P1. So in terms of in quadratic equation, we just call this as the roots. Roots of quadratic equation. Or nothing but there's a curve, no? So where, or the point of intersection. I'm trying to explain. I'm not bothered about the solving quadratic equation, different thing. What is the meaning of this? This what actually is going to help us a lot when we go for kinematics. So now I got two positive roots. What does it mean? The curve will intersect the x-axis at x equal to 0.5, 0.1. On the positive x-axis, the 2 point of intersections will be on positive x-axis. Now I got the negative roots. What do you mean by negative roots? The curve will intersect the negative x-axis at 2 points. I think this is very powerful. No, this is coming really with very powerful data. The curve will intersect the positive x-axis or negative x-axis. It's negative x-axis. What are the points we are getting here? The curve will intersect the positive x-axis. At what points? This thing. The roots of quadratic equation will give the point of intersection of the curve with x-axis. Fine. Huh? This is what actually we are, why we have to learn quadratic equation. There's a reason. Graphical method, quadratic equation method. Now let's see here. Again, we have plotted all this curve, everything. We were very good in all these things. Okay, let's go for quadratic equation. So from the quadratic equation, I think it is took some. Let me shift it now so that I'll get enough space to scribble. This will be x-axis. So we are just trying to learn the significance of it. Huh? So no, Salva, like we are not bothered about solving different numerical that you are going to do in mathematics. The basic physics is what is meant by quadratic equation, why we should learn and how to use it. So then again, I'll begin with this x square minus 16x plus 64 equal to 0. Let me directly write it. Huh? Okay, what is the value of b? Or let me write it. A equal to 1, b equal to minus 16, c equal to 64. So we'll calculate the roots. This will be minus of minus 16 plus or minus 16 whole square minus 4 into 1 into 64. All divided by 2 into 1. 16 plus or minus. This will be 16 will be 256 minus of 64. 4 just 16, 6, 1, 4, 6. I think this will be 256 by 2. So finally, I'll end up with 8. So what I'm getting only one positive root. Please do notice here. One positive root. What does it mean? The curve is going to touch the x-axis at x equal to 8. Very powerful method. No, there's a graphical method. No, sir, I like graphical method. Then it's a very big headache for you. Sir, how to predict this 0 to 10? We don't know. Will it touch at 8? By looking at this, we can't say anything. So predicting the values of x and then calculating the value of y is something is a very big headache now. It takes a lot of time. This will be much easier. No, I'm very sure that where the curve will touch the x-axis at x equal to 8. Or the x at x equal to 8, the corresponding value of y will be 0. Substitute here. Put x equal to 8, you'll get y equal to 0 in this equation. Oh, this is not square. Huh? So there's only one root. One root means the curve will just touch the, or it will just graze the x-axis. And the point at which it grazes, that is the one root. So in the quadratic equation, when you solve this, if you get the value of x positive, both the roots are positive, then the curve is going to intersect at 2 points on positive x-axis. Both the roots are negative. The curve is going to intersect the negative x-axis at 2 points on negative x-axis. If you get one positive root, then the curve is going to touch the x-axis at one single point. Okay, no. See, the graphical method of determining points of the curve with x-axis is not advisable or time-consuming. Yes, in fact, no. These were all difficulties what we faced. The difficulties we have now overcome by how we have overcome by quadratic equation method. See, it's everything is very beautiful. Science is there. So this beauty of this science is what you should understand. So what actually happens, students, you directly learn. So usually what happens here, the way of learning, quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, quadratic equation. Then if you solve this, then there's a quadratic formula to calculate the roots. What do you mean by root? What is the use of this? Why we have to learn? Why this is preferred? I think all these are queries answered here. Now let's solve this equation. We'll see what mathematics, what roots will end up. 5x square minus 4x plus 2 equals 0. Comparing this, a equal to 1, b equal to minus 4, c is equal to 2. X equal to minus of minus 4 plus or minus b square minus 4 square minus 4 1 into 2. This will be 2 into 1. So this will be 4 plus or minus 16 minus 8 by 2. 16 minus 8 root 8 by 2. I think A is 5. I'm making calculation. Okay, thank you for correcting. A equal to 5. 4 5 ja. Okay, this will be 4 5 ja 20 22. This is coming 40. 16 minus 40. Okay, something I think we'll end up with minus 24 by 2. So 24, so we can write it as 4 into 4 6 ja 24. So here 2 will come outside, minus 6 by 2. So this will become 2 plus or minus root minus 6. What do you mean by negative root of minus 6? So this is like an imaginary, no? We just call this as imaginary. This is called like imaginary, and we do represent like this: x equal to 2 plus or minus 6i. Root of minus 1 is called as I. So the roots are imaginary. What are the roots? The roots are imaginary. So what we'll end up here is x equal to 2 plus 6i, x equal to 2 minus 6i. So what does it mean? It will not intersect the x-axis. If you get root minus 6, no, this will become like imaginary. The imaginary number will. So the roots are imaginary, we say. That means, what do you mean by the imaginary? We say that roots are so the curve will not intersect. What is the conclusion? The curve. I'll shift it above a little bit. The roots are imaginary, so therefore the curve will not intersect the x-axis. So there's a one idea. I think it's very clear. No, if you get roots imaginary, I think it's very simple, straightforward. What we can say, it will not intersect the x-axis. So much of information is available for us. Yeah. So let's take the one more we had here. No. This for the previous problem. So again, for different values of x is something we ended up. So let's solve this quadratic equation. X square plus 4x plus 5 equal to 0. So in place of a it is 1, b 4, c 5. So x equal to minus 4 plus or minus b square 4 square minus 4 into 1 into 5. 2 into 1. So x equal to minus 4 plus or minus 16 minus 20 by 2. So this will be root minus 4 by 2. Root minus 1 will be I'll write one more step. This will be again imaginary, so that root minus 1 is called as I. So this will become 2 plus or minus I. So what are the roots? The roots are 2 plus I, 2 minus I. And what these roots are? Imaginary. So it will not intersect the x-axis. As the roots are imaginary, so the curve will not intersect x-axis. That we already know. So now, no x-intercept. You can, if you want, you can write comment. Roots are imaginary, so therefore, no x-intercept. So there's the beauty of this quadratic equation. So it is just helping us to understand the particular graph very easily. Or is analytically very difficult. So after having this background, it will be very easy for me. It will not have any x-intercept. Okay, fine, good. Now it will be very easy for me to plot graph, what values I should pick up. Plotting graph is not that easier. We have just added a comment that roots are imaginary. I think it's right. So what does it mean? There are no x-intercept. Like this is what we can analyze here. Okay, let's summarize. So what is the meaning of positive roots, negative roots? Once again. So everything I wanted to give graphically and the use of that quadratic equation. I think that was our main motto here. Let me go back to again. Okay, I came back to this one. So this we concluded using the. So what are the roots? Roots are real. Looking at this, the roots are real. So what is the basic necessity condition? Look at the discriminant. What is the nature of discriminant? B square minus 4ac. So the value of B square minus 4ac. What is the value of that? I think it was a greater than 0, no? So therefore, what do we end up here? The roots are real, distinct, and rational. Look, I think I'll summarize in another way. Now the nature of roots. After learning this, we'll go for the nature of roots. Nature of roots of a quadratic equation. Looking at roots, okay, what we can conclude here. Now, the first case, if the discriminant b square minus 4ac equal to 0, what does it mean? The roots are real. The roots are real, equal, and rational. Second thing, b square minus 4, the discriminant if it is greater than 0, and also a perfect square. And also a perfect square. If it becomes like this, also a perfect square, then what is the nature of roots? The roots are real, distinct, and rational. Based on the discriminant, we can easily identify. No need to go for that one. So b square minus 4ac greater than 0 and not a perfect square. The roots are distinct and irrational. So if b square minus 4ac less than 0, So what is the reason? The roots are imaginary with C. Okay, these are the some basic idea of the nature of the roots. So for that, whose help you have to take? Just look at the discriminant. So what do you mean by, sir, where we are seeing the discriminant? So it is like a minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. So just looking at this root discriminant, so this is called like a discriminant. So not root of the b square minus 4ac is called as a discriminant. So the discriminant, what happened, will help us in called as discriminant. I think very much useful for us as you get into kinematics, projectile motion. We are going to take help of this condition. So the nature, the discriminant will help us in predicting the nature of the roots. Okay, this is about the idea of the quadratic equation. Hope I think I made you to why we should learn quadratic equation, what is the significance of it, just only to predict the exact nature of graph where the curve will have point of intersections on x-axis. To predict that exactly in a very systematic way, this quadratic equation is brought into the picture. Okay, then definitely if some equation is given, how to find out the quadratic, how to find out the roots of a quadratic equation. So there are methods are there. Finding the roots. Let me put in next page. Different methods of finding the roots. We'll discuss here. Different methods of different methods of determining the roots. The first one is called like the factoring method. The second one is called like a square method. Third one is called as a quadratic equation method. Quadratic formula. That we have took help of that only. So first we'll start with the factoring method. How to determine the roots of a quadratic equation. Listen, the first one is the factoring method. No, in the factoring method, what we do is like, suppose if I have an equation, x square plus 3x plus 10 equal to, there's a quadratic equation. We have to find out its roots. So what we do is like, we have to search for, let me write it little big. So this particular thing is called as a coefficient of x, and this is called like a constant term. Quotient of linear term. So how we write it here, this is like a coefficient of linear term, and this is called like a constant term. So the sum of the roots which we are supposed to calculate, I'll assume we have to find out the two numbers by trial and error method. So let me write the description to find out. To factor this trinomial into two binomials, we need to find two numbers. We need to find two numbers, n1 and n2, by trial and error method. By trial and error. There's no other way of telling that satisfy two conditions. What are the conditions? N1 into N2, the product of this must be equal to constant term. And the sum of this must be equal to the quotient of linear term. So we are not understanding. I'll do one thing. Will ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is what the quotient of linear term, and this is the constant term. So what is asking is, so guess two values, n1 and n2. The product of that should be equal to constant term, and the sum of these two numbers should be equal to the linear term. And then you write it in this way. Then go and predict the roots. That value of x will become the roots. So what are the roots now? X equal to minus n1, x equal to minus n2. These are the roots now. This was the rule it was suggesting. So how to predict the n1 and n2? And it's I think it's quite very simple. So what are the possible values of n1 and n2? So that the product of that should be minus 10. And the sum of that should be equal to, the sum of that should be equal to 3, that one. So shall we choose n1 equal to 5? And n2 is equal to minus 2. Sir, how do you can say? So take the product 5 into minus 2, minus 10. 5 minus 2, 3. As these two values of n1 and n2 will suggest, sir. How you guess? It's a trial and error. You should make guess. There's no other way. So then what I do is, okay, I'll substitute here. So now x is equal to minus n1. x2 is equal to minus n2. So this will be minus 5, minus of minus 2. So what are the roots? No. X equal to minus 5, x equal to 2. Okay, these are the roots of this equation. What does it mean? Again, sir, x equal to minus 5, x equal to. So it is going to intersect. The curve is going to intersect the x-axis at 2 points. Sir, will you show that curve so that we will understand what actually we are learning? So this will be x square plus 3x minus 10. No, I am trying to. Okay, the curve is what I'm trying to show it. So if you plot this curve, the point of intersections are this one, x equal to 2, minus 5. So are you getting now? What you have plotted, this curve, y is equal to x square plus 3x minus 10. When you plot that curve, I think that the best method, no, what you have, what you are telling. What do you mean by minus 5, minus 2? These are the 2 points of intersection. Or else what you should do, put x equals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X equals 0, 1, x equal to minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. We don't know where the point of intersection. So directly this quadratic equation will tell us, the roots will tell us where the point of intersections are. This is called like a factoring method. So there's a, sorry, is it a widely preferred? May not be. So we'll choose one more so that you'll get a idea. One more example, let me pick up. So let me choose the x square. So then the numbers which the product of that should be quotient of linear term, and the sum of those two numbers should be equal to constant term. Then I should choose the values of n1 and n2 such that the product of that should be equal to 5, is equal to n1 n2 equal to 6. No? And the sum should be this one. The product of that should be equal to 6 and sum should be this one. So I'll let me choose n1 equal to 3, n2 equal to 2. Yeah, sir, how you have brought this? I think I'm just guessing. And that guess is what? Satisfying this one. Then what are the roots? Roots will be x plus n1, x plus n2 is equal to 0. So therefore, x equal to minus n1, x equal to minus n2. So what are the roots will be? Minus 2, n1 is 3, no? Other will be minus 2. So what does it mean? Again, the curve. So if you go for again the plotting of this one, it was, I had to make a guess of this one. No? Square plus 5x plus 6. Okay, I think some rough may not be exact because I don't have time to show it exactly, but I know point of intersection. I'm very sure what are that are minus 2 and minus 3. So if this is a minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. The curve will come and look at the points of intersection. This is the thing. I think what I wanted to really convey is what I'm conveying. Plotting curve, will you prefer, or will you prefer using quadratic equation method? This method is better, no? Okay, this is about the factoring method. Okay, now we'll go for the second one. Square method will prefer. The square method, I'll write it. The second one. Square method. So let's take the first equation, x square minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Here what I should do is like, let me rearrange this. This minus 15, I'll send it to RHS. Then afterwards, I will look the quotient of linear term. That I should take it separately here. I'll divide by 2, then I'll square it. Then I'll end up with a number. I'll get it equal to 1. That has to be added to both LHS and RHS of above equation, x square minus 2. I'm going to add up. We are going to add up this. It's just a procedure. So this one is being added here. You can see this. Then after this, x square minus 2x plus 1, and this will become 16. What is it? This can we rearrange like this? Or still more convenient form. So this a plus b also a minus b whole square formula. Then further x minus 1 whole square, or x minus 1 is equal to root 16 plus or minus it should be, or this is equal to plus or minus 4, or x equal to minus 1 plus or minus 4, x equal to minus 1 plus 4, this will be 3, x equal to minus 1 minus 4 will be minus 5. I got the two roots. One is x equal to -1. Yeah, 2 roots, I got it. 3 and -5. So what does it mean again? What does it mean? So let me plot this curve. So here it is x square minus 2x minus 15. No? So x square minus 2x minus 15. Negative of that roots will come, no? Okay, just see. Oh, so sorry. Some small correction. So this should be plus here. So +1 plus 4 will be 5. +1 minus 4 will be 3. Okay. Thank you. I made correction. Okay, I have 2 roots. So here the curve will be -3 and the +5. So that is going to intersect the put x equal to 0, y will be -15. Rough graph. This is y-axis. So what are the points of intersection? These are the points of intersection. So there's a value is 5. This is -3. Problem solved. Will you go for plotting graph? No. Here only it will tell no. By looking at this, by this method, of what I can say, these are the 2 roots. What are this? X equal to find, x equal to find, x equal to -3. We'll call them as roots. There are 2 roots are there. Or the curve will intersect the x-axis at 2 points. That's the only purpose here. Look at that square method. I'll give one more example so that it will be easy for you. And this is the second method. Let's go for one more numerical. X square plus 5x plus 2 equals 0. So again, the quotient of linear term, I'll take it, plus 5. I'll divide by 2. Then I'll square it. Then the simplification of this will be 25 by 4. This we have to rearrange. X square plus 5x equal to -2. Then what we should do? We should add up that 25 by 4 to both LHS and RHS. I'm adding that one, 25 by 4, 25 by 4. Now this, it is here. Let's simplify this one. So this will become x square 5x let me proceed here. So this will become x square plus 5x plus 25 by 4. This will be minus 17, 25 by 8 will be 17 by 4. Further, it can be simplified, 25 minus 17 by 4. 25 minus 17. I had to solve, no? Like, yeah. This will rearrange now, x square. This I'll divide and multiply it by 2. 25 by 4, can I write 5 by 2 whole square? Look at this, a plus b whole square formula. So therefore, x plus 5 by 2 whole square equal to 17 by 4. So then this equation will be x plus 5 by 2 equal to plus or minus root 17 by 4. Or equal to minus 5 by 2 plus or minus root 17 by 2. 5 plus or minus root 17 by 2. So there are 2 roots are there. 1 minus 5 root 17 by 2, another minus 5 minus root 17 by 2. Root 17 is 4.13. Root 17 will be 4.123. We will try to see what is the meaning of this. What actually we learned from this one. Let me simplify this one. 4.123 4.123 minus 5, 0.87. This will be minus of 0.888 by 2. So then this will become equal to minus 0.44. Okay, there's a one value. The other value will calculate minus 5. The difference we have to add up this 5 plus 4.12, 9.123 divided by 4. This will be minus of divided by 2. No, it is. So 9.123 divided by 2. 4.56. Nearest value. So some approximation I did. Okay, these are the two roots I'm getting. So what does it mean? Again, if I plot a curve, it is going to intersect the x-axis at these 2 points here. So now I'm very confidently I can say that it is going to intersect the. So what are the 2 points? So the 2 points are here. This is 0.44. This is minus 4.6. Okay. This is there's a method. This is called a square method. Last one we have quadratic equation method. Already we know formula, quadratic formula. I think there won't be any problem for you. Directly what you can do, you can any equation given, substitute there, and you are going to get the required answer. So let me choose some x square minus 10x plus 1 or plus 4 equal to 0. So then this will be minus of minus 10. The formula, okay, I do one thing. Okay, some of you are asking. Already we are in the beginning only we have started. If it is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then x equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. So suppose if I give an equation, so what is the equation? We'll choose here. Then the roots will be x equal to minus of minus 10 plus or minus b square minus 10 whole square minus 4 into minus 10 into 4 by 2 into 1. Solving further, minus 10 plus or minus 100 plus 160 divided by 2, or minus 10 plus or minus 260 by 2. This you simplify, you get the two roots. I think that the formula is what widely preferred. The formula method is what? The widely preferred. Again, plot the curve, the same analogy that one. Okay, I think by this time everyone is having certain idea how to find out that one. Suppose if you know roots, how to predict the equation, quadratic equation. If you know roots, how to predict the quadratic equation. This will be last topic. Okay, deriving quadratic equations by roots. If you know quadratic, you get 2. If you know roots, can we get the quadratic equation? So what the formula we have is ax square plus bx plus c. What is the value of b? So this is what the roots are. The sum of should be equal to this one, and the product of this should be equal to c. The sum of the roots, the negative of that one. So n1 plus 2 numbers, what we say, no, the sum of that should be equal to b, should be the quotient of linear term, and the product of these two numbers should be the constant term. And again, what are the roots? Roots will be x equal to, so here, this one. I think the same reverse way we have to go here, nothing is there, equal to 0. So if they give roots, the negative of that you substitute here. Then put it here. So then you get the value of b. Then you can go for the corresponding equation. This I think you are going to widely prefer in the mathematics. If they give roots also, we can predict here. So let's take the one example. If I had two roots, here, like x1 equal to minus 2 plus I, x2 is equal to minus 2 minus I. How to get the quadratic equation? Then what we write, x minus x1, then x minus x2. The negative of that you have to substitute here. So then this expansion of this will be x minus of minus 2 plus I, x minus minus 2 minus I. Solving this, I think will very lengthy terms will get it, no? And this first will simplify one. This will become x plus 2 minus I, x plus 2 plus I, x square plus 2x plus xi, 2x plus 4, 2i, minus xi, minus 2i, minus of I square. So what is the value of I square? I square should be equal to minus 1. The value of I square will be minus 1. So then this will become x square, 2x and minus 2x. That will get eliminated. You see this. Xi and plus xi minus xi. That will get eliminated. Plus 2i minus 2i. That will also get eliminated. So we'll end up with x square plus 4. I square value is minus 1. I am indicating all the things, analyze carefully. So finally we'll end up, this is x square plus 5. Oh, some. So this will become 4x, no? This two will not cancel out. It will be x square plus 4x. Somewhere calculations I had to come from beginning. X this will be, okay, this one, no, minus 2 plus I, x plus 2i, no, it is x plus 2 minus I. Okay, no, we'll multiply this one, x square 2x xi, then again 2x Okay, here, I think we have missed sign. Then 4, okay. Then 2i minus xi minus 2i minus I square. Yeah, we'll get it. 4 minus of minus 1. This will be 4 minus of minus 1. So the simplification of this will be x square plus 4x plus 5. So what that I square? I square is equal to minus 1. Okay, this was the quadratic equation we ended. If you know roots, you can use this method. Okay, kids, I think we had a nice discussion about the quadratic one. So once again, what do that roots mean? That's the only thing, nothing is there. What do you mean by roots here? What do you mean by roots? Where the curve will intersect the x-axis. So the values of roots will tell the position at which, or the x-coordinate of what is this roots will tell us? The point of intersection of the curve with x-axis, or the point where the curve will intersect the x-axis, either way, or the x-coordinate where the curve will intersect. This points is what we are able to tell quadratic. That's the only purpose. Plotting graph predicting is very lengthy. So quadratic equation method is what? Very easy one. There's a conclusion. Now of all this, sometimes if you get, that's very important. We'll be using on a physics. Sometimes we end up like this. What do you mean by this? Discriminant negative. No roots. No roots means the curve will not intersect x-axis. I think that is what we have discussed. Roots are imaginary, means no roots better. Roots are imaginary, or you can also say no roots are there. Huh? Okay, let's. Okay, kids, I think today we had a discussion about the quadratic equation. I even brought some examples. First, we started with a query. Like if I get equation like a 2x squared plus 3x plus 5, we'll plot the curve. Then after plotting curve, what was the main important aspect is like, at what point the curve will intersect the x-axis. I think to search that, we have to really put a lot of effort. And a lot of difficulty, lot of maths is involved, and lot of time will be taken. To overcome this, we are bringing the quadratic equation method. In the quadratic equation, what is the y equal to x squared plus bx plus c? Put y equals 0. What do you mean by y equals 0? The point will lie on x-axis. I'll solve that quadratic equation. I'll get the values of x. If I get two values of x, at 2 points, the curve will intersect x-axis. If I get 1 point, the curve will intersect the x-axis at 1 point. If I get both the values, both the roots are positive, then the point of intersections, the 2 points of intersections lie on positive x-axis. If I get two roots negative, then the point of intersection of the curve will, the 2 points of intersection of the curve will be on negative x-axis. If I get one root, then the curve will touch the x-axis only at 1 point. If the roots are imaginary, the curve will not intersect the x-axis. I think very beautiful, no? The persons who have really designed this quadratic, no? We have to salute them. That's all I can say, that one. They were really going to save our plenty of time. Graphical method is one, quadratic method is one. I shown both. The mathematics is what best easier, no? You have that formula, take help of that, predict. See, the mathematics will come with its own flavor. So you have to understand the significance of mathematics. Then only open you'll start enjoying. Otherwise, ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, then x equal to 2 values. What is the meaning of that? What do you mean by x equal to certain value? If you don't think this, it's you're not learning anything. You're just mere practicing some method. And what is the use of that? Nobody knows. So here is what, Latman, the difficulty will start in science and technology. I'm not asking you to practice 100 numerical, 200 numerical. Just the core idea, the significance of it is what you have to grasp it. Once you understand, now you go and solve quadratic equations. You'll get some background. Oh, this is what I'm studying. And you'll also start using in applications, which is what needed for us. Okay, again, we'll meet in the next class with the calculus. We'll see how that calculus is going to, what is the use of it, how it is going to help us in coming chapters. The significance of it we'll try to learn. It'll be very interesting. Don't miss it. Okay, thank you all of you. Take care, kids. Bye. See you.